It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Welcome back to Nightbane. Yay! Where our adventurers, freshly minted Nightbane, are on a hike across the country trying to make it to Canada because they need some syrup. I don't know why. Anyway, they have an idea, a set of coordinates to maybe a resistance. I shouldn't say resistance. To a spot where maybe Nightbane, there's something to do with Nightbane. It's very etchy, fetchy, itchy, scratchy, whatever. Iffy.
Uncle Ox, very suspicious.
Very suspicious, yes. But for some reason they're following along. Let's see here. We are still in... Are we still in Michigan?
Yes.
I forgot. Yes, we are still in Michigan
quite
by a lake, yes. Had to zoom out.
There's still ways to go, actually.
I think, yeah, we are... We will make it into Wisconsin and Minnesota before we cross the border. But anyway. We are trudging along, trudgingly. And on the last episode, a question was asked that I said I would have an answer for this week. So, we shall start off with this answer, and we shall make it in two parts. The RP part and then the boring part. But the question was kind of around how long can Nightbane go without eating, sleeping, drinking, the usual stuff. You've been testing it, you've gone a couple of nights, you're not feeling any harsh effects, and you finally ask Flora what's up with that. So, Flora's answer, as with most of her answers, is going to be vague-ish, but it depends on the Nightbane. Don't you love answers like that? The Nightbane are supernatural creatures, and they can go a long time without eating, sleeping, drinking water, etc., etc. How long a Nightbane can go is dependent upon the Nightbane. It could be months. Who knows? The effects of going without eating, sleeping, drinking, the usual, we'll just call it exhaustion and stuff for now, fatigue, are slow to build up and can be reversed quite rapidly. The one thing she wants to say is if you ever do get to a point where as a Nightbane you are under you've pushed yourself and you are feeling the effects of fatigue and exhaustion, the last thing you want to do is turn back human. It will probably kill you.
Cool.
So that is her official answer. Now, push the pause on RP stuff. Would you like the game mechanics of how all that works?
Yeah.
The game mechanics. So, it is based upon. And of course, pull up a character. It's based on your PE score. So I will just use, for an example, Lawrence's score. Has a PE in Morphus of 26. What that means is you can go 26 days before you start accumulating fatigue, exhaustion, whatever you want to call it. And it goes by groupings of your PE score. So for Lawrence, it would be every 26 days, he would take another point of exhaustion.
While in Morphous form. If you stay
While in
Morphous
Morphous, as long as you stay in Morphous form. So you can go a very, very long time without food, water, sleep, whatever. Taking an exhaustion point means that, one, you must make what I guess we call it a system shock roll to see if it kills you. A point of exhaustion means you get a -1 to your rolls or -10%, whichever applies. Okay. To make a system shock roll, you have to roll under your PE score on a die 20.
Huh.
So in Lawrence's example, he has a PE of 26. When he hits his first exhaustion point, that would be a -1, which is applied to his target. So he would need to roll under a 25 on a d20. Kind of impossible not to do. So you can see where you can go for quite a long time before you're probably going to be in jeopardy of failing your system shock roll and dying from exhaustion or whatever. The reverse of it, and the crazy thing, which you are a supernatural being, you could be 10 exhaustion points deep in whatever you are resisting from yourself, whether it be sleep, food, water. You do that, it all goes away instantly. So if you're starving yourself, you get a bite to eat, boom, you're back to 0. You recover phenomenally. So it's not really a big worry for a Nightbane and exhaustion. It's a mechanic, it's out there. The problem is if you have any exhaustion points and you switch back to human form. Because then you're talking about a supernatural to normal conversion, which in this instance is a times 10. So if you have 1 point of exhaustion as a Nightbane and you switch back to human, you have 10 points of exhaustion in human, which means you immediately make a roll for Lawrence, which would be a 15 minus 10 would be a 5. He'd have to roll under a 5 on a die 20 in order to live. And, if he had 2 points of exhaustion, he changes back, he's dying. It's an impossible survival.
Insta-kill.
So it's an insta-kill. It's one of those things. There is such a vast difference between being in facade form and Morphous form. And most Nightbane easily choose the Morphous form, period. Why not be, in their eyes, a god to this frail human? But hey, your choice and how you want to play from there. That's the mechanics of it.
Very good.
Any other questions surrounding that?
Just to kind of clarify and cement what I believe I understood. So if I'm like 3 points of exhausted in Morphous form, and I take even one single bite of food, I'm just set back to 0?
If that is what you are lacking. Think of it like there's 1 for food, 1 for water, 1 for sleep. So if you're starving yourself and you take a bite of food, you're back to 0 for food. But if you're sleeping or not sleeping and you're eating, that's still exhaustion under sleeping.
So, if you are per se all three of those things, starving,
Thirst,
thirst,
dehydration.
dehydration. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Dehydration and extreme whatever it is, staying awake constantly. So if I did that for 26 days as Lawrence, and I get 1 point of exhaustion, would that be 1 point of exhaustion for all 3 categories?
1 point for all 3 categories.
Haha, so that's starting up just 3 right away. Okay, cool. No, that was a pertinent question. I didn't piece that one together.
Yes.
Thanks, Tange.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that was good.
They're each separate categories, yes.
Yeah, you gave us all the information. It's just slap information.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. It's good. Oh,
But the odds are that you're in a situation where you're even going to have to worry about tracking that stuff. It's up to you, but if you really want to go on a starvation diet or
strike.
whatever, hunger strike, great, good for you, whatever. It's not like there's food all over the place.
We'll just get Onky Onks to turn into a tree again and pick some of the apples he probably grows.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Wait,
that
what
be
type of tree are you?
cannibalism?
I thought you were an oak tree.
I think I am, actually.
You could eat pine cones. You don't supposed to come on oak trees.
No, but every type of acorn is edible.
It's true. Yep.
Well,
Roasted
I will
like a
say
chestnut.
Uncle Ox does know a fair amount about plants. He can find you edible plants, so I think you'll be all
I
right.
think we'll be fine. I
That's
will
a-
say, from this point, Lawrence isn't sleeping anymore.
But I
Keep
just said he
track of
needed
it.
to.
Yeah. I'll
Then keep track of it.
It's March 13th, right?
It's March 14th. We're going to start on the morning of March 14th.
March
Day 4.
14th. Day 4 travel.
Day 4 travel. Morning of day 4 travel, March 14th. Waking up by your lakes. And while we're here, I need perception rolls from everybody.
Oh boy.
And those are a D100 just to...
D20.
Oh, D20.
Right.
Oh,
Those are those ones.
D20. And perception. Which one's perception? It's down here somewhere.
It's going to be down in your breakout.
Found it. Here we go.
Breakout?
Where your talents are. You probably
So
have a
it's-
+2 if you're
Yeah.
amorphous.
Nice.
Yeah. 8.
8. Okay.
13.
13. Okay.
Luckiest number ever.
18
Yeah.
for moi.
18.
Yee.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that means
One
I
of
probably
you.
didn't learn anything.
actually, no. For this roll, you are the only one who does.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. This is something new that none of the characters have experienced yet. There's something different. It's hard to explain. Think of it as a gut feeling, bitey tingle. I don't know, some type of sense, but you feel it. You now realize it's something separate and something that you can understand and feel that is coming from Lawrence and Ox and Flora. And you, but you can't sense yourself.
I squint at them. Does that
There-
help?
No. It is just a feeling. You think that this feeling is telling you that they are Nightbane. That you have a Nightbane sense.
In general? Okay, cool.
In general. It's hard to. It's something that you've just become aware of. It's kind of one of those things where you probably have always felt it since the first day one, but it's been such a low buzz and so much has been going on in your world that you never notice it. Right now, it's kind of hard to verify it because there aren't other humans around, but maybe next time you see some humans, you might want to think about looking at it and saying, is this what this really is?
Is this the real life?
I kind of wave my hands in front of them as if I am like a metal detector with the TSA, just kind of like waving to see if I can figure out
Doesn't
what
do
the
anything.
sensing is. Probably not, but it's fun to
Doesn't do
imagine.
anything, yeah.
What are you, Millie, what are you
acting
doing?
weird.
Why? Why?
I don't really know. It's just a funny feeling all of a sudden that like you guys all just feel different in a way that I can't really explain.
He uses one of the arms to push the hand away, clicks a finger
Did
in front of your
you
eyes.
happen to eat any of those strange berries a while
That's
back?
exactly what I was just thinking.
I mean,
Your
they
eyes
certainly looked
dilated?
appetizing, but
I would
no, I
suggest
did
to
not.
you, as a not professional forester, that you should not eat anything that I don't give you.
Boy, that's I loaded. Anyway,
Agree to disagree. That's a strange power dynamic to try to enforce upon a person, but okay.
It was a suggestion for your health.
Health's important.
Somehow I get the feeling that I'm just that we're all a little bit sturdier than we used to be. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go around chomping on wild berries necessarily.
Thank you.
But I don't know, I just like you don't feel human anymore. Like I know that we're not. I know that we're Nightbane. But just the general vibe is just different.
peaches.
Huh?
Pizzas?
Peaches. I
Peaches?
can't read. I'm reading my notes. It says reaches, but I saw peaches out of the new project for the government. Peaches. Okay, the government's got a new peach project. Okay,
Woo!
yeah.
Typical.
That
Good
sounds
job,
like a
Gabby.
good project at last.
It does. That sounds just
So-
peachy.
Peach. Great camp. Anything in particular you guys want to accomplish, or you're just gonna start hiking again in your direction?
Hiking away.
Yeah, I
Hiking
guess.
away.
Hiking, yeah.
We gotta cross that road today. Or tonight,
So-
because it is night, reaffirming as well. We're traveling by
Yeah,
night
you're
at this point.
traveling at night. It's a new day, but you are traveling at night.
It's a brand new day.
You'll
sun
cross
is
the road. It is. I mean, it is a road. It isn't like an interstate or anything, so I don't think it should be too big of a problem. It might take you a couple extra minutes, but it's not going to be worth anything that I'm going to worry about, except for the fact, again, I need dice. Dang it. Why do I keep forgetting about this? I sit down, and I'm so used to rolling dice online.
You could show us other dice rolls. That's perfectly fine. We're not going to be
I could,
mischievous
but-
or anything.
We can be
That's not
trusted with
you, Miss-
knowledge of the stars.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll work on that later. The knowledge of the stars. That's the thing, actually. But anyway,
Totally possible. Then
okay, JP. So,
I'm just affirming what you said.
knowledge of the stars. Stars are pretty objects.
They're
So-
shiny.
They're shiny. Great balls of fire. Gaseous fire things that exist out there in space. Serve no useful purpose whatsoever except to provide life to the universe. Anyway,
I think you're giving her ideas.
as you're walking along today, Flora is actually gonna do a recap. Just to, because maybe I finally rolled halfway decent. Finally, somewhat trusting you guys a little bit more. But understands that listen, you guys are new. You're brand new Nightbane-ish. And I've said most of this before. But just to recap again so that everyone's on the same page. One, I really don't know all the answers. You have to understand, up till before Dark Day, Nightbane did exist, but they were very, 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 very rare. I've been around for only 20 years. In that 20 years prior to the Dark Day, I only ever met one other Nightbane. And I've heard of maybe 2 or 3 others. And that was it. And we could get along, we could get by in what I would call public, in society. We could walk into town, we could do whatever, as long as you didn't go crazy and show your Morphous form to people. We could easily hide. Yes, there were the hunters. I don't know what faction or where the hunters come from. They hunted Nightbane, but there weren't that many. I've only seen a hunter twice before Dark Day. Again, this is all pre-Dark Day stuff. And you didn't see him often. You really had to have caused something in order to grab their attention. Like, you went in Morphous into town and started trashing the town. Chances are hunters going to show up, The hunters were not government affiliated. They just showed up and probably caused just as much damage as you did. And then the government would show up and it would be a training accident or something. Who knows? They would try to explain it away even though they didn't know what was going on either.
Okay. So the hunters weren't part of the government before, but they are now?
Yes. Now, since the Dark Day happened, there's been a huge explosion of Nightbane transformations. Don't know why. And now the hunters work with the government. Don't know why. Don't know what changed in the government or how they created this association.
Who controlled the hunters before then?
We don't know. No one who ever met a hunter stayed along long enough to figure that out.
I don't know. I feel like
and then escape with the information. I mean, if you wish to figure that out, go get yourself captured by a hunter and see if you live long enough, and then escape, and then you can tell everybody else that you find.
I think I'll keep my engagement with the hunters just like the last one.
Question, if I may.
Yes. Yeah, that's why we're doing this. So.
There was a hunter in that group that was attacking you, yes?
No.
No. What was that?
That was an NSB agent. Basically, a human.
Oh boy.
Who is part of this new organization structure, I don't understand where or why they came from, who work with the hunters, but there wasn't a hunter with them.
I see. And
he
what
was human.
Makes a hunter dangerous to...
Humans are humans, hunters are supernatural beings.
Oh.
Okay, so they're more like us.
They're more like you guys, yes. They'd be much tougher to kill.
They would be able to hurt us.
Chances are, yes. Again, information's kind of limited because there's not many survivors or escapees who have ever gone up against the hunter and know to tell other people. But they're definitely supernatural. They can move faster than humans. They can definitely... People have shot at hunters and same thing. Bullets don't hurt them. They're supernatural beings.
So then why does the government think that those supernatural beings are okay, but we're not?
Good question.
Because they're controlled by the supernatural beings.
Because they got there first, probably?
Probably.
Typical.
I don't know.
I mean, well, if you look at a lot of the classic sci-fi films and all those, usually when you encounter something like a hunter, like a one of those forward scouts, you might say. They're controlled by something even more powerful. Like if there's a game called XCOM, actually, where it turns out there's a much higher hive mind controlling the aliens that are
Not
invading
sponsored
the
by.
Earth. Not sponsored. Sponsor us.
Anyway, we don't know. There's a lot of unknown questions. Maybe if you
Okay.
find somebody who's older, Nightbane who's older, maybe they have more answers. Again, I have heard of Nightbane that are hundreds of years old, maybe even thousands. Don't know. Never met one personally. Don't know the story about why Nightbane are Nightbane. Why Dark Day created Nightbane, what Dark Day was. Don't know those answers.
So,
Don't know.
have you personally, have you always been Nightbane with the shifting and everything? Or did you suddenly one day shapeshift for the first time?
For most Nightbane, it's suddenly one day. Usually around puberty. Sometimes depending on circumstance. Life-threatening circumstance. Who knows? The first transformation is always personal.
You think there's a hidden society in the world that knows that it could be a life-threatening circumstance and knows about the Nightbanes and put themselves inside sticky situations where they might actually have their life threatened so they can turn into a Nightbane?
Oh, I was thinking of something similar at first, but your train of thought ended really different from mine.
Maybe.
But like,
Who knows?
Just thinking
that
of
seems a little
cults might be.
far-fetched. But this
I
is a
don't know.
big world, and so
Just
I mean,
as
probably.
Millie.
Yeah. But
That
as
seems far-fetched.
far-fetched as Nightbane existed, far-fetched as your world before you knew it on Dark Day didn't have vampires, werewolves,
It's
the
so
whole
blown my
things.
mind.
Well, werewolves are Nightbane, but
I do the equivalent.
vampires.
I make like a weird gesture at my brother. You can tell I'm trying to flip him off, but I don't have fingers right now.
Yeah. You winged them.
Your wings are really soft.
See, that one I can still do.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, there's
Information is
conspiracy.
key.
Yep.
Good luck at getting some. That's why I am going to this meetup spot.
How
I
did
don't
you hear
know.
about that? How'd you hear of it?
Yeah, well, it came to me in a dream.
That's
Check
safe.
for lies.
Not lying.
It
What if-
came to you in a
What
dream.
if I roll? What if I roll the best roll?
Roll for it. She is not lying. I mean, seriously, she's not lying.
Okay, but she could still be truly delusional.
Could be. Yeah, that's up to
Can I
your
roll to see if she's delusional?
Sure.
Roll for sanity.
Yes.
Believe it or not,
Do
in
a
this
sanity
system,
check?
sanity checks are something.
Nice.
How do I roll for that?
Okay. La 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 la.
La 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 la
La la la. La la. Having a sheet open. Why? I open up a sheet here. Okay. Roll. Give me a d20 and add any ME modifiers that you have.
Okay. That's gonna be a 4.
Same to you.
Cool. Wait. So just to be clear, we are trekking across the link of the Upper Peninsula into Canada because you had a dream.
It was, if it was just a dream, then no, I wouldn't be following it. I wouldn't be trying to go. But it seemed to be more than a dream. But I can't explain it. It came to me when I was sleeping in a dream. but it was one of those disembodied voices that said, if you are a Nightbane and you need help, come here.
So it's
Do you
like the
ever-
Did
Hat Man.
you happen to eat some mushrooms prior to this experience?
Drink a lot before.
Take some Benadryl.
No.
I mean, antihistamines.
Did,
Unbranded
Did-
antihistamines.
have you like spent a lot of time in Canada? Have you ever been to Canada before?
Nope, never.
Oh, well, there goes that theory too.
And it did. The only reason I'm giving it credence is because it happened after Dark Day. And things have been going really strange after Dark Day.
What if?
Before, Nightbane didn't need a spot together. Now that there are a ton, and we are
Oh.
being actively hunted by everything and anything, it made sense that we would need a safe spot. It could be a trap. But, I mean, you get up there, you get closer, it is in the middle of nowhere. At least there's a good chance of escaping if it is a trap.
I mean, we got pretty close to that road stop, and we managed to get away, so that shouldn't be a problem, right? Quickly knocks on Uncle Ox's leg. Knock on wood, you know.
I have no idea if that you were asking me a question with that knock, but yeah.
Again, before we get into this category of unknown, I know that there are probably magical ways of accomplishing that. Sending a message into somebody's dream. It didn't feel magical. Maybe there are Nightbane ways of doing that. I don't know. It's hard to say. I do know. Okay, one little piece of tidbit information. Vampires are heavily, of course, telepathic. You know, mind control, mind control people, send telepathic messages, things like that. Nightbane are completely immune to that shit. So you can laugh at a vampire. Well, I mean, when they try and do the telepathic stuff. But so I think Nightbane have a natural resistance to being manipulated like that. Just my opinion. So I give it more credence that this wasn't somebody setting a trap, but still, it's definitely a possibility. I can't argue against it. But I want to find out. I want to go there and find out and see. And because I have nowhere else really to go that I know is safe, besides spending the rest of my life wandering in the wilderness, which doesn't seem like much of a life to me. Plus, I want to help somehow. Nightbane. We're being hunted. We need help.
I mean, those are all pretty fair arguments, and we've already agreed to go check it out with you. But
And you can stop. You could leave. It's up to you
is
guys.
the Hat Man? Is he real?
The Hat Man?
The Hat Man, yeah. If people are like showing up in your dreams and telling you secret spooky messages, is he one of us?
Do you mean the Sandman?
No, I mean the Hat Man. Not the Sandman who puts you to sleep. I'm talking about the Hat Man who shows up in your dreams when you take too many antihistamines.
Freddy Cougar?
No, different man. He doesn't hurt you. He just stands there ominously in the corner and talks to you. And he like loans people money and then harasses them until they pay him back. If you
Fairy
still had your
Godmother?
computer, no,
Yeah.
no, the Hat Man. That's his name. The Hat
And I'm the
Man.
one eating mushrooms?
If you didn't throw out your laptop, you could look this up.
She's always been this crazy.
It's a well-documented phenomenon.
Sure. We absolutely believe you.
And it's on the internet, so it must be real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the internet also had stories about vampires and
Yeah, it didn't.
Mothman.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
You know, I don't know what's real anymore.
Man.
See, that's the attitude you need. I don't know what's real anymore. So
Okay,
plan
so
for
no
anything.
one knows. no one knows about the Hat Man, and I look like an idiot, so that's great and par for the course.
Hey, we don't spend our life researching things. Whatever comes up in your cases, that's up to you and Ma.
Cool. Then I'm just going to continue walking around on the forest. Or
We have no
wherever this
electronic
is.
devices anymore, right? We got rid of everything.
I have
All
my
cell
Tamagotchi.
phones.
Yeah.
Tamagotchi. Okay, Tamagotchi.
I have Mr. Wiggles, but other than that, they're all
Biggest
gone.
trader of you all is Mr. Tamagotchi. He's already reported you. Anyway, next. No.
Can I just hold the Tamagotchi for like 2 minutes so I can be close to technology again?
Yeah, do you want to play the little ice cream game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure, he's not going to take it apart.
No, he has an emotional attachment to Mr. Wiggles as well.
Yeah, yes. That's canon
Okay.
officially.
Okay.
It's been
Mr. Wiggles has
since
been
he was
around for like
12.
20 years, so.
Until Mr. Wiggle starts looking at him kind of suspiciously.
Overfeed, 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 overfeed.
Let's see here. Beyond that, I need a percentage dice, please. From somebody. One person.
I got
I
it.
shall do this.
Oh, you got it.
Okay. Yeah. 60.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Rolled a
You're
D on
so
the
welcome,
alphabet
friend.
dice.
Hmm.
That sounds like a very dangerous sound to be coming from the GM.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
Things that make you go,
unfortunately, that was not the table I was looking for. Boy, that table is so not what I was looking for.
Took us to the wrong place.
Well, yeah, because what that roll comes up as is a medium-sized hive, and we won't go into any more details about what that means.
A hive?
Vampires? Did we just
Oh.
did we run into a
No.
coven?
No, not that type of hive.
Bee
Buggers?
hive?
Anyway, but that's not the right table.
The
For
If
the
it's a
remaining
beehive,
encounter.
I think it is the right table.
Some of them are not very friendly ones.
But anyway, we're going to say nothing at the moment. So we were looking at 32 miles, I believe, is your daily average.
Something like that.
Where is 32 miles going to get us today? Let's see here. And we got still to get around. We want to... Oh. Ooh. Why not? Let's have some excitement.
Oh, this is measuring in meters. Ha. Don't be measuring in meters. Nautical miles? Just miles. Just miles.
A5 spot. Let's see here.
Oh boy. We
I
can
have
make it
not-
over 141 as well.
I put you there. And let's zoom in and see where that looks like a really good middle of nowhere. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice. Except I need rolls from everybody. Yeah, percentage rolls.
Ah, I was looking not too far off from there too.
And I'll roll for Flora.
And we're doing percentiles?
Percentiles, please.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Who's passing out? Peter's passing out, huh? What did you get, everybody?
6.
Oh, close, but no, you're not passing it.
Percent?
Yep.
Brother. I got 43.
Okay.
77.
Okay. Peter, you feel woozy, lightheaded.
Woozy.
You don't pass out.
Oh, did we go across a ley line?
Or you are directly underneath one.
Cool.
You stopped. And Flora will point this out. Ley line. We're stopping underneath one. Not the biggest worry, because you guys don't do magic. After an hour, you're actually going to feel a little energized. But anyway.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt you unless you try something ridiculous, and nobody here is going to try anything ridiculous.
You sure about that?
Clearly, you haven't gotten to know Millie that well yet.
Well,
well, that is to say, Uncle Ox,
mhm.
considers the ley line,
That you can't see.
which I can't see, but I can feel.
You can feel it this time.
I'm gonna attempt to magic a plant out that grows out of my hand. Just a little one.
Girl percentage. This is interesting. Hold on. Now you're gonna make me open up something else.
You ready for that roll?
Okay, go for it.
A 6.
Close again. So close. Thank God you didn't.
I'm sad you didn't.
Really? You really want to go there?
Yeah, I want to see what happens.
Oops, that's not the ley lines. At the ley line. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, great. Caught back up on what happens at the ley line. For all of you, that means practically nothing.
Wait, so did the
Delicious.
plant grow or did it not?
No, it did not grow.
Shit.
Though
I will see his outstretched hand and give him a high five.
You could be flying, I suppose, but I think my outstretched hand would be very much above where you could five it.
Can jump with some flutters to five it.
Okay. Fair enough.
The highest of
give
fives.
me another percentage roll, Peter.
Boy.
You were so close that I am going to maybe sidetrack this.
42.
The second I'm reading your something here. What was that about, JP? Anyway.
I used the wrong keyboard. Sorry.
Let's see here. Now, you feel like you're close to something, maybe not magical, but nah, you can't lock in on anything.
Bummer. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
But yeah, for you, yeah, you're probably the worst one to have tried this. Anybody else want to try anything tonight? Are we gonna post guards tonight?
Um,
How are we handling the morning-ish
I'm
sleep
always up.
period?
I'm always awake.
You're
No
always
one's
awake.
pushing it. He's not sleeping.
Ox
Okay.
is going to stay as a tree and go to sleep.
Yep.
Millicent is going to remain a bug, and
Mhm.
she is going to go to sleep.
Okay.
And in the day, while she is sleeping, she's gonna start to like nibble and chew on the like cuff of her sweater. Because she's a moth.
And I will be, in case it wasn't clear, I'm going to root in when I sleep, so I can't fall over.
Okay. You're rooted in. Anybody else doing anything? Otherwise,
I think so.
give me your roll. Lawrence. Percentage roll for the night. Morning.
Percentage roll.
Encounter. Random.
99.
Yep, that'd definitely be something bad.
It's 2 9s. Oh boy.
This is gonna be problematic. It's gonna be fine. Everything's okay.
Lawrence, somewhere in the daytime, as you are keeping watch, you hear voices coming off from a direction. Doesn't matter which direction, but coming off from a different direction. You hear some voices. People talking. What do you do?
Yeah, I shake Millie awake. Quietly, just nudge, nudge. People talking. Then I go wake up Flora.
Okay.
People talking. Shh.
Okay. Yeah, you can give me a perception roll, Millie.
That's me.
I don't know how to wake up a tree.
Okay, and then I'm a bug, and so
That
plus
I have
2,
woken.
17 of the perception.
Okay. Well, you can definitely hear a group of people talking off a distance, probably a couple hundred yards away. Not, they don't seem to be, you can't hear exactly what they're saying, but just seems like random chit chat.
Okay. You said it's from a couple hundred yards away?
Mhm.
Okay. Can I tell if they're approaching? Like the direction of movement?
If you give it some time,
I will devote no more than 10 seconds to this.
you will not be able to tell in 10 seconds.
Wonderful. Okay. I am going to do the shroud and become invisible and noiseless to everyone and everything except for my traveling family and also this new friend. And then I'm going to like gesture to them that I can't be seen now. And then I'm going to fly. Do I still cast a shadow?
Probably. Yeah, that's a good question.
While you're shrouded,
Yeah.
probably.
Interesting.
But I
Um,
need a percentage roll from you,
Well-
Millicent.
Okay.
While she's doing that as well, I'm getting Flora into a darkened area of where we're camping out at and using my Nightbringer to shroud us in darkness.
I have
So you're going to
18.
shroud yourself in darkness in the middle of the day.
In the darkest area. Are we not in a forested area? The forest is
Yeah, you are.
covered in darkness.
You're not in deep forest. If you look at,
So
it's not.
is there a spot then to be able to do that? Because if there's not a spot, I would not be doing that.
Well, what's the radius of your?
It's a 10-foot
Darkness.
radius.
You could probably get away doing it. Go ahead.
We're gonna give it a shot.
Did somebody wake me up? I'm still asleep.
No one
I
has
don't know
woke
how to
you up.
wake up a tree.
Cool.
What did
Well,
you
I
roll,
mean,
Millicent?
I
I'll
got
just be a
80.
tree.
18?
80. 80.
80. Okay, 80. Okay. And then Lawrence, I need percentage roll from you.
Okay. To 1.
Why would you do this to yourself? But anyway,
I don't
okay.
know.
You
Well, I
rolled a 1, hot 1.
99 last time, so add them up, you got 100.
Okay, well, we'll take this in sequence. Millicent, you do notice something different about your shroud. It seemed a lot easier to you
Because we're in
to
the ley
do
line.
it because you're at the ley line. It cost you half as much PPE to activate it,
Gang.
and it's going to last twice as long.
So, I actually do have a question about this. How do I get my PPE back?
It regenerates on its own.
Oh, okay,
And up
fabulous.
to this point, we really haven't had a situation where it's required that you do PPE management. We might be getting to there. We'll still see.
Okay.
So it only costs you 6 PPE to activate, and right now you can tell that it's only going to cost you 5 PPE per 2 minutes to keep it up.
So it's as a quarter as expensive. Nice.
Yeah, it really. And you do understand that this is because you are under a ley line.
How wide are ley lines?
Don't know.
Interesting.
Lawrence is gone. Okay, the rest of you. Where is your talent? Where do you keep your talent on your sheet
Me?
for your shroud?
In
Or
talent.
Nightbringer.
Yeah, Rebelo forms. It's on page 2.
Yep, got it.
Straddling page 3 bit.
Did you activate this for only 10 feet?
Yeah, only 10 feet. We don't want it to be big.
Okay.
But 10 feet should cover Flora and myself nicely.
It did go out to 20.
Delightful.
It did also cost half. And this, I'm telling you, is for record keeping because you are unconscious.
Oh! Does it stay active when I'm unconscious?
It is for some reason.
Wonderful.
So, Millicent, or I shall say,
I think the only person
yeah,
who sees
we'll
that
say
is-
Millicent, just because I know you love to keep track of things. Normal PPE recovery. You get 10 back per hour of sleep or 5 back per hour of meditation.
Okay.
No one has ever expended enough PPE to really worry push that.
5 back per hour of meditation?
Yes.
Swish. Thank you.
Lawrence looks like he's out.
If it's still active, they can't see me.
Didn't you allow people to see you?
I think we landed on it's just me.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
it's just you.
Yeah, it's just me. So not even Flora can see, but she can probably feel the slumped, unconscious body at this point.
Well, everybody. Oops, that was not a D. Okay. Everyone knows that Lawrence definitely activated a darkness, except for Ox, because Ox is still asleep. But Lawrence got really quiet.
The air may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles and shouts.